every day, and I am bored.
I only dream of the day she meet a man and marry.
Hear ye, hear ye. Listen up. We've got a proclamation from His Royal Highness.
The prince is giving a ball.
The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball.
His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert, Windermere, Vladimir, Carl Alexander, Francois Reginald, Lancelot Herman, Herman, Gregory James is giving a ball.
The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball.
Our daughters will be trivia.
If only he proposed to me, I pray that he'll propose to me. Why shouldn't he propose to me? I wish I had married then. I'm tired of eating eggs and ham. I went down to Patrick and he added a big bang.
The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball.
His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert, son of Her Majesty Queen Constantina, Charlotte Ermintrude, Guinevere Maisie, Marguerite Anne is giving a ball.
The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball.
I wish I didn't like to be. I wish I were demure and sweet. I wish I were a younger girl. I wish I were an older girl.
The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball.
His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert, son of His Majesty King Maximilian, Godfrey Ladislas, Leopold Sidney, Frederick John is giving a ball.
The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball.
It hardly seems like they've gone an entire year.
I'm so destined to head to tell of your arrival.
I'm dying of thirst. Let us know for here. What do you suppose is wrong with young lass?
Undoubtedly, she's overwhelmed with the sight of your Royal Highness.
In our present dusty and exhausted state, I doubt I could overwhelm anyone.
Excuse us, lass.
Excuse us, lass. We will not harm you.
I dare not.
Why not?
My stepmother will beat me if I speak to anyone.
Now, would you be a dear lass and fetch me a dipper of water from this well here before I die of thirst?
Of course, sir.
And you need say nothing of this to your stepmother.
The poor lass does not recognize your Royal Highness, and she's terrified of her stepmother.
And yet her kindness overcomes her.
Here you are, sir.
Thank you, most kindly.
More?
No, thank you.
You're most kindly welcome.
What is your name, lass?
I'm called Cinderella
Why are you called that?
because I sit among the ashes
Why do you do that?
to warm my feet. You see, sir, I sleep in the attic where it's always cold.
And why do you do that?
Because the other rooms are occupied by my stepmother and my stepsisters.
Where does your father sleep?
In heaven.
Should we go on, Your Highness?
Yes. Goodbye, Cinderella.
Goodbye, Your Highness. Oh my, it is late. I must be getting back.
Fighting dragons, rescuing princesses, and finding my true love. And yet, I have not found my true love.
That is unfortunate, Your Highness.
It is not for lack of seeking, you will grant me that.
Perhaps Your Highness did not tarry long enough with the princesses you rescued.
There was no need to tarry. When she appears, I will know.
cheer of your lives. The prince has returned from his studies abroad, and this ball that's been given in his honor is for one purpose only.
They want him to choose a bride?
Every girl in the kingdom wants to marry the prince, including you, Portia. And you, Joy. On our shopping tour today, I bought all the frills and foo-foos my purse could afford. So whether or not you marry the prince, you'll both have to marry somebody this year.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Now there's one thing you must remember. When you want to marry a man, you can't rely on your beauty alone. Now, Portia, you are named for a great lawyer. I want you to show off your intellectual as well as beauty. Do you understand?
Naturally.
And Joy,
You see?
I want you to live up to your name. I want you to be vivacious, alert, as well as beautiful. That does not mean, however, that I want you to neglect your appearance. Our family has always been noted for fascinating women. So now let's all go upstairs and get to our beauty sleep. I'm exhausted from all that shopping. Tomorrow I'm gonna have to get massage. The only thing that does me good, a good pounding. That's what your father used to say. I'm all tired out too, Ma. Going from store to store the way we did. You're tired? Yes, I'm tired. I suppose you think you're the only one that's tired? Well, who bought them up? That has nothing to do with it. That has everything to do with it. Go to bed, both of you.
Leave me alone. You're always picking on me.
That's right. Don't raise your voices. Well, you soon sound out the baby to me. Tidy up the tea things.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I wonder why they're so tired, looking at all those beautiful things and buying so many of them. I was too excited to be tired. Oh, I love this room. They've all gone out, and there's no one here but me.
Cinderella!
Yes, ma'am?
Stop jumping around now. Like an elephant. Pretend. Wait for the ration.
Yes, ma'am. I was just going to sit down here anyway. I love sitting down right here.
On that smile that is meek as a mouse, when I hear a command I obey. But I know of a spot in my house where no find a way to get her to the ball.
But what can we do?
We could sneak her through our trap door. She wouldn't fit. What do you think this is, Alice in Wonderland? We've got to think of something.
I have an idea. Let's huddle.
Do you think it'll work?
Do you think he would?
Well, we could ask. We've got to hurry. We don't have much time.
Good morning, Father.
Well, hello, my boy.
Good morning, Father. Mother.
The Queen and I are happy to have you home again, but we are disappointed that you've returned without a bride.
I am too, Father.
But you have had your fun, my boy. Now you must do your duty.
Yes, sir.
You must marry, settle down, and produce an heir, so that our royal line may continue.
I'm ready to do my duty, Father, but whom shall I marry?
There is not one maiden in my whole kingdom who wouldn't be happy to be your bride.
Many of them are very lovely.
We shall give a ball, my dear, and invite all of the young ladies of fashion, so that you may make your choice.
A splendid idea. But I would really rather wait till I fall in love.
Love?
Yes, sir.
But we cannot leave a matter of such importance to mere chance.
Your father is right. It is quite possible that love would follow.
Perhaps.
Let it be declared that the prince is giving a ball.
Yes, Your Majesty. Hear ye, hear ye. Hear ye all. A royal proclamation. A holiday has been proclaimed. Let every bank be closed. Let every shop be closed. Let every school be closed. Today is the day of the ball.
Oh, hello, my boy. Thought you were going for a ride.
I am, sir. The groom is bringing my horse around 3 o'clock.
Christopher, how are you feeling?
Fine, Father.
You're not unhappy or anything, are you?
Why no, Father?
That's what I thought. Ah, that's fine.
It seems to me, sir, that you look a little tired.
I am tired when I think of that darn ball. You know the ball you gave me was my money.
Oh, that. Well, to tell you the truth, sir, it's not a night I'm looking forward to, dancing with all those candidates.
Candidates?
Every simpering girl in the kingdom, each one determined to prove that she would be the perfect princess for me.
Know how you feel, my boy. More fun to chase one girl than to be stampeded by a whole herd of them.
One thing's for sure, whoever I marry, it won't be anybody I meet at the ball.
I feel the same way. Only there's one thing we mustn't forget. Your mother has got her heart set on giving the affair.
Yes, I know.
Christopher, if you talk to your mother about this, don't let her know how you feel. Tell her that you love the idea of the ball. Know what I mean? Now I'll tell you. Oh, hello, my dear. Christopher and I, we were just...
I was just saying, Mother, how much I'm looking forward to the ball. It sounds wonderful.
Does it?
Yes, I was wondering if I could help you in any way. I mean, in any of the preparations.
Well, yes, dear, maybe you could.
And I see the groom is bringing my horse round from the stables now.
Getting a cold? Getting the sniffles? Better take something for it. Wouldn't want you to have a red nose at the ball.
Oh, I'll be over it by then.
Macy,
What?
the boy isn't unhappy.
How do you know?
I asked him. He says he's feeling fun.
Did he? Do you know something?
What?
I love you.
Naturally you do. I'm the king.
Nothing to do with it.
Boys and girls like you and me walk beneath the sky. They love just as we love, with the same dream in their eyes. Songs and kings and many things have their day and are gone. But boys and girls like you and me, we go on and on. They walk on every village street. They walk in lanes where branches meet, and stars send down their blessings from the blue. They go through storms of doubt and fear, and so they go from year to year, believing in each other as we do. Bravely marching forward two by two. Boys and girls like you and me walk beneath the skies. They love just as we love, with the same dream in their eyes. Songs and kings and many things have their day and are gone. But boys and girls like you and me, we go on and on.
I must practice if I'm to entertain for the king and queen.
I too have much to do before the ball.
Let us show you what we have in store.
Yes, look, and we shall show you.
That's very interesting, but I feel the king will be impressed with this.
You see these eggs? I will hatch them in front of your eyes into a beautiful bird.
Well, that should be very entertaining. A dead chicken.
That should go over just about as well as our juggling act.
Let us go. The ball is about to begin.
Yes, let us be off.
Oh, hurry, girls, hurry. Oh, we shall be late for the ball. Cinderella, hurry with those things. What on earth is keeping fancy your curtsy to the prince. Awkward. Awkward. Looks like you're toppling over. I told you to practice morning, noon, and night. I did. Well, at least I hope you prepared some fascinating opening remarks to the prince to attract his attention. Yes, ma'am, I have. Well, what is it? Very nice weather we're having for this time of the year. Couldn't you have thought of something more personal than that? Work on it. Yes, ma'am. Now, Portia. What fascinating remark do you have? Your Highness looks in remarkably good health. Of course, His Highness is. He is in perfect health. Is that the best you could do? No. Think of something else, please do. Cinderella, if you were going to meet the prince, what fascinating opening remark would you make?
Please, Your Highness, I'd like to be your bride.
Ridiculous.
The carriage awaits.
Your carriage waits. Oh, I wish I was going too.
Oh my. Imagine Cinderella at the ball. With her smudged face and her tattered clothes. I must say, that is rather an absurd thought. Girls, compose your faces. We must be off. Cinderella, the flowers.
Goodbye. Have a nice time.
In my own little corner, in my own little chair, I can be whatever I want to be. On the wing of my fancy, I could fly anywhere, and the world will open its arms to me. I am in the royal palace of all places. I am chatting with the prince and king and queen. And the color on my two stepsisters' faces is a queer sort of sour apple green. I am coy and flirtatious, been in love with the prince.
Oh, Your Highness, you shouldn't say such things.
I'm the belle at the ball in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair.
I wish.
Roll, roll, and fiddly, fiddly, daddly, dawdle. All the wishes and all the world are poppy, cock, and twaddle.
Godfather, I'm so glad to see you.
I thought you might be lonely, and I knew what you'd be doing.
What?
Knew I would find you in that same little chair, in the pale pink mist of a poet's dream.
What's wrong with that?
Roll, roll, and fiddly-dee, fiddly-daddly doodle. All the drummers in all the world are dizzy in the noodle.
What do you suppose every girl is doing tonight? I mean, every girl who isn't at the ball. She's wishing and dreaming she were really there.
But why aren't you really there?
My stepmother. Well, somebody had to mind the house.
You know what I would do if I were you? I'd leave them. I'd just up and get out. They make you work harder than a servant. And if you want to be a servant, you can go some other place and be paid.
You mean leave my stepmother? I don't think if Father were alive, he would like that very much. Do you think so?
Aren't you going to offer me some tea?
Oh, yes. I'll just light the fire. But it was out. And the kettle's hot. It's most curious. Flowers? But I thought you brought them, didn't you, Godfather?
I thought they'd brighten the room. Your water's boiling.
Oh, please sit down. I'll have this in a minute. Godfather, do dreams never come true?
Oh, I would say never. Just so.
That's not very often, is it?
Not very often is precisely. What seldom is, you're a good godchild, but you ask very foolish questions.
I wish you believed in wonderful things. I wish you believed that once in a while something marvelous and magical can happen.
Well, I can't say that I don't believe that once in a while something marvelous and magical can't happen.
For instance, do you believe in guardian angels?
Well, I can't say that I don't believe in them. Only thing is, it's dangerous to believe in too much in good fairies and guardian angels.
Why?
Oh, you get to lean on them too much. You get in the habit of sitting back and expecting them to do all the work for you. You gotta help yourself. You know.
Oh, I know. I think about it a lot. But then I don't know what to do. So I just wind up wishing and dreaming about it. I don't suppose that does any good.
Well, I wouldn't say that doesn't do any good. As a matter of fact, everything starts with a wish. Nothing happens without wishing.
Do you know what I was wishing just before you came tonight?
I'm almost afraid to hear.
Do you see that pumpkin out in the yard?
I nearly stumbled over it in the dark.
Well, the moon is shining on it now. Well, I was wishing that that pumpkin would turn into a great big royal golden carriage that would take me to the ball tonight.
What were you going to do for horses?
4 white mice. 4 white mice would turn into horses. Beautiful white prancing steeds.
Were you going to drive it yourself?
Oh, no. There'd be a coachman and a footman and 2 flunkies on the back seat.
Where were they coming from?
They'd be from the 4 baby rats I saw down in the cellar yesterday. Oh, I know what you're going to say. Fol-de-rol and fiddly-dee.
Yes, fol-de-rol and fiddly-dee.
Impossible, I suppose.
Nonsense.
Just the same, it was what I was wishing, and I'm still wishing it.
You are?
Yes, I am. If only I could have some magical help. If only I had a guardian angel, or if my godfather were a fairy godfather.
Ha! Good joke! Oh, very funny.
I'm wishing, in the name of every young girl who ever wanted to go to the ball and was told she couldn't, I'm wishing that I may go to the ball tonight. I wish that by some kind of magic or abracadabra or fol-de-rol and fiddly-dee, that all the kind hearts will put their heads together.
All the kind hearts put their heads together?
You know what I mean, that all the kind hearts of good souls will wish me with me, and that you, Godfather, will help me with every ounce of strength you possess.
Cinderella.
Yes, Godfather?
Impossible.
Impossible. I suppose so.
Impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. Impossible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage. And 4 white mice will never be 4 white horses. Such fol-de-rol and fiddly-dee of courses. Impossible. But the world is full of zanies and fools who don't believe in sensible rules and won't believe what sensible people say. And because this deaf and doodah don't keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day. Impossible. Impossible. Impossible.
Impossible.
Impossible.
Impossible. Impossible. Impossible things are happening every day. Is that true, Godfather?
Well, yes, I suppose so, in a way.
Then I continue to build up my impossible for tonight. And I officially wish...
Officially wish?
I officially wish and wish about all those things I said about the pumpkin and the mice and the rats.
Impossible.
Just the same, I am wishing it.
Impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. Impossible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage. Start them turn to horses. my magic must be getting a little rusty.
How are you all doing tonight?
Cinderella! Look!
Godfather, it's the coach and the horses I wished for, and even the coachman and the footman and my dress. But how? You?
Folderol and fiddly-dee, it's magic.
But I don't understand.
And you don't have to. Come on, if we don't hurry, the ball will be over before we get there.
It's possible for a plain country pumpkin to become a golden carriage. It's possible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage.
And for white mice are easily turned to horses.
Such folderol and fiddly-dee, of course, it's possible. It's possible, for the world is full of sayings and fools
Who don't believe in sensible rules.
and won't believe what sensible people say.
And because he's daft and doing don'ts keep building up impossible hopes, it's possible. Things are happening every day.
It's possible.
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 Tell me about your travels, Your Highness.
Oh, there's not too much to tell. I slew a few dragons, rescued a few princesses, and outwitted a few magicians. The usual thing.
Your Highness,
Yes?
may I say something personal?
Yes?
I think personally.
Personally, yes.
Well, very nice weather we're having for this time of the
You
year.
shouldn't say such personal things, you know.
Excuse me, Your Highness. My mother said to say something personal.
I will send you back to your mother. For further instructions.
Lovely party you're having, Your Highness.
I'm pleased you are pleased, and thank you for the dance.
Your attire is most beautiful, Your Highness.
Thank you, and may I say your jest is most charming.
I'm glad to see that the ball is such a success, my dear.
It is indeed, my dear, with everyone, except the prince.
Except the prince.
He doesn't seem to be enjoying himself very much.
Why not? With all the finest young maidens in my kingdom here, he has only to choose one.
Ah, yes, if only he did not have to choose.
When I was his age, my dear,
When you were his age, you had the remarkable good taste to fall in love with me.
and I trust that he will have equally good sense.
Thank you, my dear.
Your Highness.
Are you preparing to say something, or just clearing your throat?
Yeah, I'm trying to say something. Something personal.
I've already been told about the weather.
Oh, that was my sister.
Oh, yes. And what first remark do you have to make?
Your Highness looks in remarkably good health.
That is quite personal.
Oh, forgive me, Your Highness.
I'm fatigued. I shall skip the next 3 or 4 dances.
Your Highness.
Madam?
May I say, Your Highness, I've just been applying a couple of Your Highness and that young lady you were dancing with.
Which young lady was that?
My daughter, Portia.
Oh, yes.
Well, there's simply no keeping that trim.
Furthermore, all I can do is grant you a wish. How it comes out from here is up to you.
I'm afraid to go in there all by myself.
You shouldn't be, except one thing. Do not stay beyond 12 o'clock. Be sure that you're off and in the coach before the clock strikes 12.
Why is it so important that I leave before 12?
Just obey. Don't ask any questions. Let's be off. Yes, sir.
Suddenly, he's a new boy. His face is lightened up. He's danced with a new spring in his step.
You know, watching him dance with that lovely creature, it takes me back.
To where?
The first time I danced with you, my darling.
I wonder who she is.
I wonder who she is. Who is she? I never seen that girl before. But it's clear to me he likes her the best. Look at the expression on his face. He never looked that way when he danced with me.
Funny, she doesn't look very intellectual.
Thank you most kindly for the dance.
You're most kindly welcome.
I have a strange feeling I've met you before. Is that possible?
It's possible. Yes, everything is possible tonight.
Everything is different. Everything has changed since you have gotten here. I have never felt this way before.
Neither have I.
10 minutes ago I saw you. I looked up when you came through the door. My head started reeling. You gave me the feeling the room had no ceiling or floor. 10 minutes ago I met you, and we murmured our how do you do. I wanted to bring out the bells and fling out my arms and to sing out the news. I have found her, she's an angel with the dust of the stars in her eyes. We are dancing, we are flying, and she's taking me back to the skies. In the arms of my love I'm flying over mountain and meadow and plain. And I like it so well that for all I can tell I may never come down again. I may never come down to earth again. I have described my feelings. You haven't yet told me yours.
Well, they're very much the same as yours. 10 minutes ago I met you, and we murmured our how do you do. I wanted to ring out the bells and fling out my arms and to sing out
gardens?
Yes, I would like that very much.
Why would a fellow want a girl like her? Frail and fluffy beauty.
Why can't a fellow everyone treat her? That's all any girl like me.
She's a frothy little bubble with a flimsy kind of charm and with very little trouble. I break her little arm. Ow, ow! Why would a fellow want a girl like her? So obviously unusual.
Why can't a fellow everyone treat her? A usual girl like me.
Her cheeks are a pretty shade of pink, but not any pinker than a rose's. Her skin may be delicate and soft, but not any softer than a rose's. Her neck is no wider than a swan. She
Oh, it's much nicer out here.
Yes, with the moon beaming down on us. What is the matter?
I must go.
Why?
I promised my godfather.
But your godfather would forgive you if you were a little late.
Oh, no, he won't. You don't understand. I have a strange kind of godfather.
You are a strange kind of girl. You haven't yet told me your name.
Oh, it's a silly name. You wouldn't like it.
Of course I would. Whatever you are called is the most beautiful name in the world. Whatever your name is, I love you. I will always love you. You say nothing. I've just told you I love you, and you say nothing.
I'm afraid to. I'm afraid I may wake up.
Are you sure you are asleep?
Oh, yes.
Are you dreaming that I'm about to kiss you? It is strange how things happen. A girl I've never met before comes down a flight of stairs, and suddenly my whole life has changed. I'm in a different world. I'm deeply in love. And yet, I don't know why I'm in love. Do you?
Do I what?
Do you know why I'm in love? What did you think I meant?
I thought you meant, do I know why I am in love?
Well, do you? I mean, are you?
Oh, yes.
And do you know why?
No, but I don't care why.
I always want to know why I do anything, why I feel anything. And so I ask myself, why you, a stranger, are suddenly the only kind of girl I could love? You're the only one of your kind. Why? Why is the sound of your voice the sweetest sound in the world? Why is the color of your hair the only color a girl's hair should be? Why would I rather hold you in my arms than do anything else in the world? Why?
Because, Your Highness.
Christopher.
Christopher, because that's the way you feel.
But why do I feel that way? What makes you so miraculous?
Your imagination.
And what makes my imagination so miraculous? Do I love you because you're beautiful? Or are you beautiful because I love you? Am I making believe I see in you a girl to love me too? Be really true.
a good dancer?
Light as a feather.
Did any of you get to dance with the prince?
Did any of us get to dance with the prince? I danced about an hour with him. You danced an hour with him? Didn't you? Of course I did. You did.
Did you know everyone there?
Nearly everyone except the princess who came in very late and left very early. I had no idea who she was.
Did she dance with the prince?
Yes, I think I saw her dancing with him once.
That's right, just one.
Do you think you liked her?
Nah, she was only there for a few minutes. Did you go to sleep right after we left?
No, I stayed up till a little after midnight.
What were you doing all this time?
Dreaming.
Dreaming what?
What it must be like at the ball.
You couldn't possibly dream what it was like at the ball unless you were there.
Well, I was trying to.
Well, you just couldn't.
Maybe I have more imagination than you think. I've been dreaming and trying to feel the way you must feel. The way all girls must be feeling. Looking forward to the ball all that time, and finally the night arrives. And you put on the most beautiful gown you have ever worn in your life, and off you go. I can almost picture it. I imagine. When you're driving through the moonlight on the highway, when you're driving through the moonlight to the dance, you are breathless in the wild anticipation of adventure and excitement and romance. Then at last you see the towers of the palace, silhouetted on the sky above the park, and below them is a row of lighted windows, like a lovely diamond necklace in the dark. It looks that way.
The way you said she talks as if she knows.
I do not know these things are so. I only just suppose. I suppose that when you come into the ballroom and the room itself is floating in the air, if you're suddenly confronted by His Highness, you are frozen like a statue on the stair. You're afraid you'll hear the way your heart is beating, and you know you mustn't make the first advance. You are seriously thinking of retreating, and you seem to hear Him asking you to dance. You make a bow, a timid bow, and shyly answer yes.
How would you know that this is so?
I do know more than yes.
You can gut till you're blue in the face, but you can't even picture such a man. He's more than a prince, he's an ace.
But sisters, I really think I can.
And what?
I think I can picture such a man.
He's tall
And straight as a lance.
his hair,
Is dark and wavy.
his eyes,
And melt you with a glance.
he can turn a girl to gravy.
When he waltzes, he rolls you around so your feet never touch the ground.
That's right, they don't.
He makes you play like you play nothing at all.
That's right, he does.
Leads you out of the crowded ballroom and out onto the terrace.
That's right, he does. Didn't he lead you out on the terrace? I guess he did. I was just too big with Joy's notice what was happening to me.
Me too.
Out on the terrace, you stop dancing.
Yes.
You walk.
Yes.
You stop walking.
Yes.
You start talking. And then
Stop talking.
that's right.
Then.
You start thinking.
Thinking what?
How wonderful it all is.
How wonderful what all is.
Everything. A lovely night, a lovely night, a finer night you know you'll never see. You meet your
that's so beautiful ran away from you?
How would you know she was beautiful when she wore a mask?
Yes, that is true. We do not really know.
I do not think the prince will agree.
Seems find her quite beautiful.
Well, he'll have to look elsewhere. Yes, I'll say he will have to begin a search all over.
Well, do not get too excited. I'm sure he hasn't acted enough yet. I agree. You women should give up.
I did not find that funny. Maybe that. We'll get the last laugh. Oh, I hope you're not right. I do want another chance at the prince. Well then, what are we all waiting for? We've got work to do.
I must find her.
Chris, suppose you don't find her.
I must find her.
Before last night, you knew nothing about her. You know nothing about her now, except that she danced pretty and she looked pretty.
I know that she is the loveliest thing on earth, and I will never be happy without her.
Why do you think that?
I don't know why, and I don't expect you to understand, Mother.
But I do understand, Chris. I know it doesn't take long to feel the way you do about this girl. But there's one fact I want you to face. You may never see her again. I don't want you to waste your life on a dream. I want you to be in love with a real girl.
She is real.
She was real last night. If she doesn't come back, she'll never be real again, will she? Chris, be honest with yourself. Does your future happiness really depend upon finding her? Or are you telling yourself that? Don't be angry with me. Think over what I'm saying. Ask yourself if this is not just an illusion, an infatuation with something that doesn't exist at all.
You're somewhere out there. I don't know where. You said yourself last night that you thought we were dreaming. Maybe you were right. Maybe my mother is right. How can I know? How can one ever know? Do I love you because you're beautiful?
Or is she beautiful because you love her?
Am I making believe I see in you a girl too lovely to be really true? Do I want you because you're wonderful?
Or is she wonderful because you want her?
Are you the sweet invention of a lover's dream? Or are you really as wonderful as you seem? We shall start here.
We need to try this on all the maidens in this house.
Me first, me first. Here, let me try. I'm next. See, it fits.
Sorry, ma'am, that's the wrong foot.
From one end of the kingdom to the other, I shall seek my bride.
The sun is setting, Your Highness. We've tried the glass slipper on countless maidens. Let us wait until another day.
I will not rest until I find her. There is one more cottage.
Cinderella?
She's just sort of a chimney sweep and a general helper around here. No use trying to slip her own hat.
Try upstairs.
How dare you come poking your nose into my business?
I thought this was the prince's business.
But Cinderella!
Well, she's a girl.
There's no one up there, Your Highness.
Told you so. Isn't that just like Cinderella? She hasn't even finished my laundry. And somebody should really sweep out that fireplace.
Cinderella? Not there? I don't understand. Where could she be? Of course! I know!
Slipper on every young maiden.
Every young maiden I can think of. I'm sorry, Your Highness.
Mother was right. I'll never find her. Either she's fled the kingdom, or she doesn't exist. It is all a foolish dream. Thank you. You may go. Who are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me, Your Highness. I had no idea anyone was out here. I'm sorry.
Wait. You look familiar somehow. At least, I think you do, under all that grime. You work in the palace?
No, Your Highness.
I know I've seen you somewhere. Or someone who resembles you. Do you by any chance have a sister?
To Your Highness.
These sisters, were they at the ball?
Yes, Your Highness.
Do they look like you?
Well, they're stepsisters, Your Highness.
Stepsisters? Oh.
Is there anything wrong, Your Highness?
Just the end of a dream. A dream that didn't come true about a glass slipper.
Oh, you mustn't give up hope, Your Highness.
It was impossible.
Yes, but Your Highness, impossible things are happening every day.
And even foolish dreams come true.
Oh, yes. If you believe hard enough and wish in what you're believing, even foolish dreams come true.
Why do I feel, or am I just imagining? Who are you?
Oh, I'm just a girl from the village. I think I better be going. My stepmother will be wondering where I am.
Wait, your stepmother wouldn't mind if you were a little late.
Really, Your Highness, I must be off.
Yes, I suppose you must.
Goodbye, Your Highness.
Wait. At least tell me your name.
Oh, it's a silly name. You wouldn't like it.
Stop. Has anybody tried the slipper on you?
No, Your Highness.
I have found you. And yet, I still don't know your name.
I'm called Cinderella.
The most beautiful name in the world.